I've been asked a few times for me to cover a topic about women who are confused about their sexuality. And I decided there's no better title than to name it Women Who Are Confused About Their Sexuality. I am Giselle Wallace, certified lesbian life coach and author. Here on my YouTube channel, I provide my lesbian perspective. And if that interests you, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If a woman senses that she's different, she will question her sexuality. Questioning your sexuality is absolutely fine. As a matter of fact, it's a good thing because it means that you are taking care of knowing who you are. Most people will overlook the thoughts and the feelings or the experiences that they're having because, well, they may be a bit daunting, and they also kind of want to fit in society. And many people will put off their deep thoughts. But I encourage you to continue to get to know yourself. Spend quality time with your thoughts and your feelings and your experiences to help you be able to discover your sexual orientation. Now, why would a woman be confused about her sexuality? Well, I first want to address the word confused. Confused means that you don't have a clear understanding, or there may be some uncertainty about a matter. It makes sense why there are women who are confused about their sexuality. And the reason why is because we live in a heteronormative society. More than likely, you don't know a heterosexual woman who says that she's confused about being heterosexual. And the reason why is because she knows that she is heterosexual. But women who are confused about their sexuality, well, they actually know that they're not heterosexual. Because when you know your sexual orientation, you don't have any doubts or uncertainty about it. Generally, what is happening when you are experiencing uncertainty about your sexual orientation as a woman, it comes from the fact that your environment, your social circle, does not reflect who you are internally. You may feel like you are the only person who is not sure of your sexual orientation. But if you are interacting with people who make their sexual orientation known, generally these people will say that they're straight or heterosexual. And if those are the people who are in your social circle, you instinctively know that you do not identify as heterosexual. You begin to wonder, well, who am I? And that is a great question to ask yourself. Who am I actually is inclusive of your sexual orientation. Your sexual orientation guides you and helps you make decisions about the life that you want to live. For example, when you discover your sexual orientation, it helps you to make very important life decisions. It helps you decide if you want to be single, or if you want to date, or if you want to get married. It also influences whether or not you want to have children, and it influences who you want to interact with. And our sexual orientation affects our mind, our body, and our emotions. Your sexual orientation is not detached from your mental, emotional, and your physical well-being. When you do not know who you are, or when you neglect your thoughts and your feelings and what you're experiencing with your body because Maybe you are having sexual desires. Maybe you are attracted to someone. And if you are experiencing confusion with your sexuality as a woman, more than likely it's because you really know that you're not heterosexual. And the feelings and the thoughts and the desires that you are having do not reflect what you see on the outside world. Maybe you shared with someone that you're attracted to the same sex, but you're not really sure if you want to develop a relationship with somebody of the same sex. And you haven't really processed these thoughts. You just kind of shared that information with someone who maybe you trusted. Maybe their reaction was not very supportive, and it caused you to withdraw from discussing how you are truly feeling on the inside with another person because it wasn't a very fulfilling experience. So what generally happens when women are confused about their sexuality? They're not actually expressing themselves, and they are also hindering themselves from self-exploration. The reasons why could vary. I've explained already that maybe you opened up to someone and you didn't name your sexual orientation. Like, you didn't say, I'm lesbian. You didn't say, I'm bisexual. You didn't say, I'm pansexual. You just said, I think I'm attracted to people of the same sex. Something along those lines. And you may have said, I think I have feelings for a woman, but I'm not sure. You'll make certain statements along those lines. And when you share that with someone, if they judge you harshly, or if they tell you, oh, you're just confused, well, then now you may accept what they projected on you. So instead of you viewing yourself as someone who is going through the process of self-growth, self-exploration, now you refer to yourself as being confused. You're saying, I'm confused about my sexuality, but you instinctively know that you're not heterosexual. So that's a great start. Since you know that you're not heterosexual, you now want to find out, what is your sexual orientation? How do you start? There are a plethora of ways for you to start your journey in self-identification. And I 100% believe that your sexual orientation is your identity. And when you do not have a support system, it can make it a bit more challenging for you to ask questions and interact and communicate with other people, because you don't really trust that they will respond to you appropriately. But you can actually read books about women's sexuality. What I used to do when I was in college and university, I intentionally took classes about human sexuality. And I wanted to learn about human sexuality collectively, because it was focused on all types of sexual orientations, not just heterosexuality or homosexuality. And so it's a great way for you to educate yourself about sexuality. That's one thing I did. So I intentionally took classes to educate myself about human sexuality. Another way that you can help understand your sexuality more is consider hiring a therapist or a life coach, because that is a great way for you to be able to learn more about yourself as a woman who is trying to understand her sexual orientation. Being confused about your sexuality may appear that you may never know who you are, But I just want you to be patient with yourself and to understand that you don't have to rush the process of getting to know yourself. Take your time to get to know yourself, and really don't concern yourself with how other people view you. And that may sound easier than what is actually done, but the more you allow other people to negatively influence how you view yourself, you will delay your self-growth process, because you will neglect trying to understand yourself, and you won't listen to yourself. So listening to your own body is very important. As women, we are very intuitive, and utilize your natural gifts as a woman. Stay in tune with your emotions, and try not to block out your thoughts and your feelings, as well as what you're going through physically. And what I mean by physically, like with your body, like if it's your hormones, if you are experiencing sexual arousal, if you are meeting women who arouse you, don't try to block it out. Don't try to reject the women because you're fearful of what you're really feeling. This allows you to be able to unravel and understand who you are. And what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, 100% belongs to you. And nobody should interfere with your self-discovery. So women who are confused about their sexuality, primarily it's because we live in a heteronormative society. And when you are in an environment that does not allow you to express yourself, does not allow you to communicate your thoughts and your feelings and desires in a safe space, you naturally will shut down. And you're, in a sense, unconsciously performing in a heteronormative society. So you're performing as if you are a heterosexual person, but you really do know that you're not heterosexual. And that's why you're saying that I'm not sure what my sexuality is. Another great way that you can help discover your sexuality as a woman is to meet other women who have different sexual orientations. So try to associate with other women and get to know them. This type of interaction will be a game changer for you, because sometimes you will hear another woman talk about her experience and then you can really relate to it. Whereas you can hear another woman talk about her experience and you won't be able to relate to it. But all of this information you're going to be able to absorb, and it's going to really benefit you, because eventually you're going to really get a solidified idea of what your sexual orientation is. So make sure that you, like I said, if you want to take classes, courses, I did that. And I'm also the founder and creator of my own academy, Giselle Wallace Lesbian Academy. You can register there at my online school. Take advantage of knowledge. It's powerful. Read books. I read books. If you want to even look at documentaries about lesbians and same-sex attracted women, do that as well. Interact with other women who have different sexual orientations. And also, I mentioned, make sure that you hire a therapist or a life coach. I'm a certified life coach, so I'd be happy to speak with you and help you unpack what you're experiencing as a woman. And just know this: you may be saying that you're confused about your sexual orientation or your sexuality, but you will know who you are. Just stay focused on yourself, treat yourself kindly, and be patient with yourself, and I promise you it will all come together. I hope this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for listening. I am Giselle Wallace, lesbian life coach and author, and you have a beautiful day.